So last time, I don't remember if I actually filmed it or not, but on my last oil change, I stripped out the bolt, which was terrible. Uh, I completely forgot to put in the crush washer and then threaded too far and it spun and spun and spun and spun. And what happens when you do that? Well, you can't get the drain plug back in. It's terrible. It took me a week and a half to fix the stupid thing. I had to put in a helicoil, but I decided to put in a Fumoto valve just because I don't want to touch this anymore. I have no idea how many more times I could have gotten away with actually like fixing this, since the pan is cheap. I don't want to say cheap. It's very soft. It's magnesium, I believe. So it's much softer than aluminum, softer than your steel stuff that's on, normal cars. So I got one of these, like $40 last time. It's been about 15,000 miles, 16. I went a little long. We had a bad winter. It was really cold in the garage, so I didn't want to actually come down here. Plus, I was scared to do it, since, this is now a future fail point. So what I did was I checked the oil about a month ago, and there was almost none in the car. And that's weird because 15,000 miles ago, I actually had too much in the car. I had filled it up slightly above the top line, and I was like, okay, whatever, that's fine. It's not too high. It's not enough where I get slosh, and a froth forming at the top. So I just let it go. And then I checked the oil, and it was well below the dipstick. It wasn't even on the dipstick. So about a month ago, I threw a quart in, and I brought it back up. So it's still at where it was before. So I may just be burning oil slowly over the course of a year or so, year and a half. I'm going to keep an eye on it though. But since I, had wiped all this down, you can see how clean it is. Where, there's a little bit. That's more, I don't know, seepage maybe? I'm not sure. I know I have leaks from up above, but nothing too big. So what I'm going to do now is, for the first time ever, attempt to pop this valve and just see what happens. See if I can get the oil out. And then put in 2.6, 2.8 more quarts, whatever it takes. So there's a little plastic protection thing here, which keeps it from falling out on its own over the course of driving. Put that down. And I should just be able to push this, and the oil should potentially come out. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Open it all the way. So the car is at a weird angle. I only have one tire in the air on a jack stand. And that's just because putting both up is, I think, a little more dangerous. I got, stops on the back wheel, but I don't trust anything ever. So this is easy. Sorry about that. My phone died. So these are the two types of oil that I decided to, compare. They're extremely similar. I think it's just mostly marketing, but one's high mileage, one's advanced fuel economy, both made for synthetics. If we turn them around here, you can see that, I think it's the cleaners, the ingredients they use to keep things cleaner, slightly different. And you can see on the back of the label here, the ratings are, they're 0W20, but like the markings on them for what types of cars these are safe for is identical. So I don't think there's any real, like, you could use either one and get away with it in a normal car. They were the same price. There's a third one, which is, I decided not to go into that. It's the CVT one, specifically made for CVTs. And from what I've read, depending on the car make and model, you might have some, long-term effects using it. So I just stick with one of these two. This time I changed from the advanced one to the high mileage. But before I could fill it up, I had to get the oil filter off, and I tried. Oh my God, did I try? I tried for 2 days, a couple hours each day. Couldn't do it. Tried with hands. I have an oil wrench, an oil filter wrench, but it's too big because I used to use it on a different car. And this one is such a small filter, it doesn't go around it. I tried, the pickle jar opener. I tried clamps, C clamps. I tried vice grips and anything I could get. I even tried the rope trick where you tie a rope around it and twist the wrench. Nothing would budge. And I think that's one of the downsides of using an oil filter for so long. I think the seal, just from the oil and just from time, the heating and cooling just sucks that thing into the engine. And there's no way to get it off after 16,000 miles. I don't think I'm going to go another 16,000, but yeah, lesson learned. The filter I got was one rated for 15,000 miles instead of 25. I'm going to go 10. That's about a year's worth of driving. I think that's a sweet spot where, I've done it before. There's never been any problem with it. I've never seen any glistening in the oil. It's just, I hate doing it in the wintertime. So I took it to a shop. So I had them actually fill the oil, put the new filter on, and then go from there. I recommend the Fumoto valve if you have an old pan or one you're just, hesitating on over torquing. It goes on. There's a couple different models available. It has longer threads than the original oil pan plug. So do it. $40. Save the pan for the life of the car, because we all know it's not going to last forever. So that's that. Next year, hopefully it'll be easier than this one.